Hi everyone. How are you? Hopefully you all are doing amazing. Hopefully your holidays went extraordinarily well, and as for the new year, hopefully you all have your New Year's resolutions all planned out and ready to go. But welcome back. Welcome back to you all. I am so looking forward to this. I know that I took a break. The reason why I took a break was because, I had a lot of changes flying at me. Obviously, I moved, started a new job, had a relationship start to bloom and flourish. So there were a lot of changes on the horizon. And with the new job, of course, comes a new schedule. So I was unable to sit down on a daily basis and do your readings. So a break had to happen, a sabbatical had to happen. That way I could get my bearings, find my footing, things that happen when new beginnings start to happen. But now that we are in the new year and now that I have my footing, we're going to get back into things. Because I love sitting down and talking with you guys. I love making sure that you guys know what's going on with the energy around you. I have missed each and every single one of you. You guys are like a second family to me. So, of course, people throughout that sabbatical that I took messaged me and is like, yo, what's going on, this, that, and the other, and I did my best to provide the information. So, without further ado, we are going to get, like I said, back into the swing of things. I am using the, this is the Threads of Fate. I almost said ethereal. But Threads of Fate Oracle, the Shadow Edition, we're going to use these because the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed is asleep. I'm not surprised. We used that a lot at the end of last year. So we're going to use these today. Still beautiful cards. Love the way that these are illustrated. But hopefully you all are doing well this year. I know this year just started, but, it's a new year. It is a new year. It is a new chapter to begin new things for yourself. We are in the age of Aquarius, so we've got that energy happening. There's a lot going on. I will touch base with all of this energy throughout the week. But underneath, we've got the Sage. The Sage, is very balanced. It makes me think of saging the energy. So for those of you who have not saged your energy this year, I recommend doing so. Your past energy, we have the underworld. Absolutely. We've got the underworld. We've got the universe. See if I can shine that at you. The underworld, the universe, and reflect. So, as I was talking about these new beginnings that are happening, they're happening across the board. Some of us are being released from old cycles, toxic relationships. Others of us are stepping into a higher vibration of the universe and getting connected with that. I love this, how the strings are kind of connecting to the world. And others of us are dealing with a time of reflection right now. The new year is about time of reflections and reflecting back on the old year. What do we want to bring into the new year? This year, for me, I am going to take better care of myself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Which is kind of odd because, people look at me and they're like, wow, you are very connected. You have most of your life together. I'd like to think so. But on a personal note, for me, I don't think I do. And so that is my focus this year. And it did take some reflection in order for me to get there. So some of you could be dealing with all of this. Some of you could be releasing toxic patterns while connecting to the higher universe while also reflecting at the same time. There is no rhyme or reason to how your personal lives are being purged and saged at this time. So please don't think that it's one, the other, both, all three. It all depends on you. But I do feel as though the main focus of this is to kind of clear the air. This sage energy is really, really loud for me right now. And that is the one that is talking to me the most. So there is a sense of cleansing and clearing. There is a sense of cleansing and clearing right now. And as I said, if you have not saged your space this new year, I do recommend doing so. Whether it's with sage, incense, salt waters, bells. Bells are a wonderful, high vibrational thing. I used bells at one point in time. But whichever way you choose to cleanse and clear out the old year to make way for new energy, please do so. Please do so at this time. I do feel as though it's going to help you tremendously as the new energy starts to come in for this year. So let's see where we're going. Let's take this a step further. There we have the World, of course, not surprised. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. World, Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. We'll walk away with this Queen of Cups as well. So here we are. Here we are. The world is kind of spinning, as it does, but that wheel of energy is also turning right now. It's constantly turning. But of course, with the new year, you know, collectively, us as people are like, oh, it's a new year, new me, new chapters, new beginnings. This is kind of like the, it's the human equivalent of kind of like the ending of a Mercury in retrograde. We as humans, on an energetic level, decided that this was the new year. And so with the new year comes new energy, comes new chapters. And it is something that we have decided, which we have that right to. We have the right to decide, you know, when this energy is going to reset. And I'm going to take that a step further. Every day, you have the power to reset your energy. I did it this morning. I do it in my shower. Some people take 10 minutes to meditate. Some people, again, do that in the shower. Some people do it with their morning cup of coffee or a morning walk. But there is a reset happening for each individual right now. Now, while that reset is happening, there is a sense of reflection happening. Seven of Swords with the Seven of Pentacles. People are looking back on everything that they have accumulated over the past year or over the past few years. And they're really starting to determine whether or not it works for them or not. And that is where some of you are at. Most of you are at this point of reflection. Some of you are looking at relationships. Ace of Cups. Some of you are looking at your thoughts, your feelings, the things that inspire you, the things that drive you, your job, your friends, your family. Others of you are looking at your material worth. You know, what can I do to make more money? What can I do to make this more abundant and more fulfilling for oneself? So we are covering a variety of different aspects right now. We are covering a variety of different aspects. And like I said, some of you could be hit with all three of them. And that's okay. But you really need to take the time to hold space. Holding space right now is important. We've got the Two of Wands. I'm going to lay this out and then we'll talk you through it. Two of Wands. Lovers. With the Devil. And you know what? I'm going to do this differently today. I'm going to do this differently today. Lovers. Grounding this energy is the Six of Cups. Guiding this energy is the Two of Cups. Past energy is the Knight of Wands. Future energy is the Hanged Man. Absolutely. Nine of Cups. Three of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands. We have the King and Queen of Wands. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. So, right off the jump, I'm here to tell you that some of you feel separated from what it is that you are trying to obtain. It does. It feels like there's this huge wall right there from you obtaining everything that you were getting. Some of you, it is the next step. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The next step is to get in balance with oneself. The Lovers. It does, you know, with the Lovers, it is divine feminine, divine masculine coming into union. I do not view it right now as two parties coming together. I view it as one individual coming back into balance with oneself. Problem is that some of you are afraid to do so. Some of you feel like you can't because you are being restricted. We'll definitely take a look at this. But regardless of whether or not you are afraid or feeling like you are restricted, there's this wall here separating you from what it is that you want because of past experiences, because of past expectations. Six of Cups. You know, maybe you were hurt in the past. Maybe things didn't work out. Maybe somebody told you that you could not move. You could not move from this little box that people have put you in. Understandable. But then I go back to the cleansing and clearing. The only person who gets to tell you how to live your life is you. And I know. I hear somebody right now, well, that's not that easy, Ollie. It's not that easy. You're right. It isn't. In some aspects where you have somebody of higher authority or somebody of higher power telling you that you can't move, yeah, it is difficult. But that's by saging and cleansing and clearing and pulling back your power. I mean, it happens in most movies. It happens in people's lives even. People pulling back their power and being like, stop. You have no power over me. This is what I'm going to do. And it can come from parents, from friends, from bosses, from relationships. It can come from all over. But the reason why they want to control you is because they're either gaining something from you or they're afraid of how much power you actually have. Most times. Most times it's one of the two. They're either gaining something from you or they don't want you to move because of the power that they know that you have. And if they keep you small, keep you in this box, you're malleable. They can control you. But if you break through that box, you're no longer controllable. They're no longer getting the things that they get from you. And the reason why this energy is so important right now is because that's what's coming to the forefront. The energy, I almost feel like I'm being pulled in two separate directions here. There's a part of you that wants to stay small, and then there's a part of you that wants to grow, to blossom, to bloom. And that's why many of you are being pulled in several different directions. Is because the universe is trying to get your attention and be like, hey, there's more out here for you. But because of whatever this is that's keeping you small, that's why you feel like you're being pulled in two separate directions. It's kind of like a tug of war. And putting yourself back into balance, we have the Two of Cups here, in your relationships with yourself even, I do feel as though is going to bring about a sense of clarity from a different point of view. Now, the Hanged Man here did this to himself. And that's not a negative thing. Don't think that it's a negative thing. But the Hanged Man is giving himself a different point of view, a different perspective on what the situation is. And that's what I feel like most of you, if not all of you, are gaining, is a different point of view. There's no movement right now. There's no movement right now. I do not see any sort of movement. But it's changing the way you look at the situation and changing the way you look at yourself. That way, when the time does come, you can move through this energy. Your motion cards are the Nine of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Before I move on to this, I do want to look at this Devil energy. I do. I do want to look at this Devil energy. King of Pentacles. King of Swords. Ooh. Hierophant. And the Page of Pentacles. The things that are keeping you small is somebody of wealth. Maybe a boss or somebody who is, heaven forbid, paying you to stay small. Somebody who, you know, thinks that they know more than you, King of Swords. Somebody who's cold-clipped. Somebody who is kind of a douchebag is keeping you where you are. For others of you, it is traditions and expectations. And for some of you, and I feel like this is a smaller portion of you, it's because of money in a way or a reflection of your own self-worth. Maybe you don't have enough money, or maybe you don't believe in yourself enough. Whichever one of these falls into that category, if you can pinpoint where it's coming from, you're already starting to take your power back. You are already taking your power back, knowing that you are being controlled from an external source. When in reality, you should be being controlled from right here, from who you are. So as we move through this energy, as you start to do the reflection, the cleansing and clearing, the Nine of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands, you will start to find a sense of self-worth, a sense of emotional fulfillment, okay? The Nine of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, I do feel as though that you may have a different support system coming in for you, but this support system is going to kind of light a fire under you, kind of spark something in you, not even light a fire, but spark something in you. And that's what we want. We want you to become inspired to break out of this tug of war. Because you sitting in this tug of war, it's not changing anything. It's not. You're stuck right here where you are, being pulled between the past and the future. Going like this. Going like this. Eventually, it's going to get tiring. And that's okay. It's okay for it to get tiring. It's kind of the point. It's kind of the point for you to get so fed up in the situation that you actually do something about it. And that's the outcome. The Eight of Pentacles, doing the work that is required of you right now to get you out of this situation. To get you out of this situation. To get you to where you want to be. Three of Wands. It's going to look different for everyone. Hermit. Some of you are going to learn new things about yourselves, about others, about the people around you. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. But this lesson has the key to unlocking that future for you. But right now it is about the reflection. It's about the cleansing and clearing. There's no movement. No movement. Because you have to discover your power first. You have to rediscover your power first. Zodiac signs that I see, we do have the fixed signs, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. We do have fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We do have the King and Queen of Pentacles. We've got Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. The individuals, we do have Gemini, Capricorn, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, more Gemini. And that is what I see. So, thank you guys very much for joining me. As always, your company is always well appreciated. And I have missed each and every single one of you. And hopefully, today's energy starts to reconnect you back with your higher-ups and with yourself. Because that is what I'm here for. To help course correct you back to where you need to be. Okay? Okay. Alright guys, thank you very much for joining me, and always, I will see you all again later. Bye guys.